Hi, I'm Pagata12 and today we play with differential growth and we build this self-packing rope. Actually, we built all of those things that I play with for last weeks, and I got a huge inspiration from Ben Fisterer and also Juhani Halkomäki. Lovely works, and I also find two articles, one from Kasper Ravel about differential growth, very nice, and the other one from Anders Hoff, in which you can see what's going on, and I will link this in a description below, and let's start this from scratch. So I leave it aside to guide me, and let's start with a constant chop, okay, and let's go with resolution. It's 1280. We also need the points, okay, how many points we start with, and here is a maximum, okay? Since we resample, we got a bigger and bigger amount of points. So let's set a maximum, okay? And also square. I'm not sure how to define this yet. 2/3, okay? You will see what is this. Now we have 24 points. We plan to build a circular line. Okay, so let's go with ramp. Okay. Now this ramp takes the number of points by 1. It's 32 mono nearest pixel. Okay. We have a null, we chain a null in between in order to have a folder, collapse selected. This one, I call this one radial. Okay, I make it black color, go inside, and here we need to multiply. So we use a mat and we multiply with 2pi, mat.pi multiply with 2. Okay, and we use two functions now, two functions top. One for cosine radians, we have this red. On the other one, it's green and taking the sine. Okay, we need a reorder. And input 2 for the green, this one is 32 RG. Okay, now let me set everything to nearest pixels. Okay. I would like to see here the points, okay? Now, they are nice spread, but we can use a little bit of noise here. Okay, we connect both inputs, and here let's set an amount small enough to not ruin the position for the points, to not overlap them. So I believe 1 divided by this points amount, it's good enough. Okay. And we have a circle, more or less, by radius 1. Let's make this a little bit smaller. So we use the mat. And here we multiply, actually we divide everything with 32. Okay. Now, it's hard to see the pixels now. And let's have here a chop. We only need red and green, as we would like to reconstruct the line. So chop 2, taking red and green for P0 and P1. We don't need P2. Okay, so this is our line. It's okay, we don't have the last segment. Okay, for now we go with this open. Okay, and yeah, right here I would like to check the average of those segments. Okay, because in the end we will go into a loop where we need to solve two parts. One, it's relaxation. Okay, and there we can solve collisions, and it's good enough. Okay, and we done this in a previous tutorial. And the second part, it's resample, and we'll obviously have more and more points. And yeah, let's have this feedback. Okay, here I will use keyboard in. Okay, and I'll use this K1 either for pulse and reset. And this null, I drag this null, so this is my loop. Okay, but before we go there, let's okay, let me make some room here. Okay, let's find out the average length, because what's this method about is we set a certain radius for each of the point, and we check the intersections, and we try to solve that collision. And right after, we resample more points, and each of them will solve for collision each frame. So yeah, let's use a null here. Insert a null. So I want to make a folder which I name it average. So okay, this is black. Okay. Let's go inside now. And here it's quite hard to work with pixels, because they are all black. So let me turn off this matte. Now here inside it's much easier. So we go with transform. We offset everything to the left with -1. You see the last one, it's black now. Okay, let's set to hold. The last one is the same now. And we go with subtract. Okay, and here we have a matte, and we take length, mask the alpha, set this to 32 mono. Okay, now we want the average for those values. You see the last 0, the last black one, it's 0. So let's have a look. You see, and you can take repeat as the shape, it's circular. Okay, but for now we go with hold. And right now let's use an analyze, and going here with average would be a mistake. So let's go with the sum. Okay, now I would like to count the values where I don't have zeros. So let's have a math here. We use ceiling, and right after I use a limit with clamp, because sometimes some values can go above 1 and you don't want that. So now you have another analyze with sum, and now we composite those two with divide. Okay, and this is my average distance. Okay, and yeah, I can also go with chops here and have it like this also. Okay, now this is good. And now in this loop, let's build those two parts. Let's start with relax. So now let me chain a null here. Another one in between, collapse selected. I name this relax. Okay. Okay. Let's go inside. Now, those points, I press one, everything gets reset, and so I see the pixel now, which is good. Now, in this relax, what I need to do is to solve for the collision. So that means I have those points and check which of them are overlapping if I set a certain radius for a circle. And then find out those forces to solve the overlap and add them here. Okay, so I change the point position according with their collision forces. Okay, now that means we need an add here with something that we need to compute out of the position. So let's use a null. We go like this and collapse selected. We have this folder we name collisions. Okay. Now this is good. I would like to have everything nearest pixels. Okay, now let's go inside collisions. And here I would like to have an info to check the resolution as this will change. And now let's solve. Let's compute the distance from each point to all the other points, so we can prepare the textures for that operation with fill, and the resolution would be this 24. Now we need flip with bottom left. So bottom left, okay. And yeah, we go like this. So we subtract now those textures. Okay. We have those textures, and here right after I use a math, I go with Pythagoras. So either square add root, either you go length, mask the alpha, and this should be mono. Okay. Here I have the distance, and I need to check the points that are close to my point. Okay, so closer than the average. Okay, now let's split bottom left and go here in the average, because I need this out. So select, I take this. Okay, now let's subtract this. Okay, now have in mind here we should use input 2. Okay, now I want to use math with ceiling to check where I have intersections, and intersections is where I have black now. All the black but the diagonal. Okay, we need to solve the diagonal. So let's go with rectangle. Okay, we go with pixels, output, set resolutions only, 1 here, and here we go with 24, 45 degrees, not anti-aliased. Let's check. Okay, obviously this is nearest pixel. Okay, the fill should be black and the background should be white. Okay, now let's multiply with 2 here, and this is the line where I am checking each point with itself. So obviously I'll have zeros here in those textures. Now let's use a level, and let's clamp the input, and I invert this, and then I multiply with my diagonal. Okay, so here I have my points for which I have intersections. So the first point here in the first column, the first point, it's intersecting with the second one and with the last one. Okay, on the second column, I see that the second point, it's intersecting with the first one and with the third one. So yeah, this is how you read these textures. Okay, and now let's see. I solve the intersection by moving in the opposite directions each of the points with the amount of half of the overlapping. Okay, so let's normalize. First, not normalized now because it seems normalized now already. Okay, let's go back with this math. Okay, everything changed. The average, obviously, everything. Now we can't see what happened. Let me press 1. Okay, we can't see what happened here, but we'll have the same results. Okay, so if you trust the math, you can go blind with this. So in this subtract, I would like to have this in a normalized manner. So I can go with my component normalized. We've done this several times. So inside is just a math with length, and here composition. So I divide vectors by their lengths. So okay, now this is the length 1. The amount that I need in this direction is the half of the intersections. So let's have that. So here I go with the math, and I go with 1 divided by 2. Okay, and I multiply this with this. Okay, now the forces, I need them only for those white dots right here. Okay, so let's multiply with this. Sorry for the barks. Okay, now how we judge this texture? We go with the analyze here, and we sum by columns. Okay, also we sum by columns in this one. Okay, and now we need composite with divide. Okay, here I go transform input 1, and now I have the force needed for the collision, and with, yeah, let's check this. So okay, and yeah, let's have this last null. Okay, here. So this select, and then I have a null. This is positions. Okay, I'll give it a crazy colors, and yeah, let's have a geometry. Okay, and inside I would go with a circle. So circle, not circle top, sorry, circle SOP. So okay, and yeah, let's go with 32 divisions. The radius that I need, it's half of the average. So yeah, let's go here and open this. Okay, now let's go back in collisions. Okay, not here, not in collisions, sorry about that. Okay, in Geo 1 where I have the circles. Okay, so I drag the circles for the radius and I say divide it by 2. And I also want to have a transform here. Yeah, leave it 1 for now, and I turn on those blue flags and blue and purple. Okay, and yeah, now I drag this, I use instancing, I drag this texture, I use R and G. Okay, and let's split the screen and go with geometry. Okay, now let me arrange this a little bit. Okay. Now let's see if I connect this. Yeah, something strange happened, but this is a good part. That means if they go into each other, that means we need to change one sign here. So instead of 1 by 2 half, we need to switch here to minus. So yeah, and now we have this very nice relaxation. Okay, and this goes very, very nice. Now this line needs now the part that we go to with resample. So let's chain a null here. Okay, collapse selected, resample. Okay, now I make this black, and let's go inside. Inside we don't need this null, we have those points, and yeah, let's have them here. We only need R and G, and now let's have them in a SOP. So R and G, and we use them for P0, P1, and now we go resample. Okay, but first let's see how many points we have here. Oh, so 23. Okay, and here we resample by which amount? By the average. So again, let's open this. By the average. And let's check the points. Okay, the same amount. And I told you, the idea is to resample more points and have those circles solving collision each frame. And you can easily go here with 2/3 of this. And that means you will have more points. Okay, now now we go into SOP, and from here into chop, into top. Okay, and this has to be RG. We got a warning saying that we don't use the last channel. That's okay. So this is our resample. Okay, now yeah, let's see what happened if we connect this. Everything start to move. Let's connect this back, because we have some important step to do now. It would be much cleaner to build it right now. So let's have this render. Okay, okay, we need a camera. Okay, I also, this is orthographic, bottom left, 1. Let's go for the resolution. Yeah, like this. But also, I would like to have a line instead of some circles, and let's build that. Okay, first we need to compute the directions between the neighbor points and the length of the segments in order to put some rectangles there and build the line. Let's have this. From the position we go transform -1. Okay, and now we go subtract. Okay, we can already name this rotate 2. Just a second, I need to open the door. Okay, I'm back. The pause was a bit longer, but maybe you will not notice. So yeah, this one is subtraction of those two. This is rotate 2. We'll use this. And now we have a mat with length. Okay, this one is mono. Okay, what else? So this is scale Z. Okay. Now I would like to put the rectangles right now, as we'll have less spheres. So yeah, let's use this. Okay, instead of circle, let's use a rectangle. Okay, I want to have it in ZX plane. Let's check. Okay, center here divided by 2, like this. And for the size X, we split here top and bottom. And yeah, let's go here inside. We have this value, which is average, not divided by 2, because that one is the radius. Okay, and we can also have this transform here, in which we transform only on X axis. So yeah, let's see, rotate on scale on X. Okay, this one. And for this one we take this scale like this with bind, doesn't really matter. Now let's close this and try to arrange those. Let's use the position. We have the position, rotate 2, we'll have it here. Okay, it's R, G and B. Okay, let's go with the last one, and maybe plus X, we'll see later. And yeah, for the scale, let's have this one too, scale Z. Let's go with R. Okay, what else we need? We need here rotate up. So rotate up is a vector. We can have this by a constant. Okay, and we have up is Z. Let's try this. This one is RGB, and output set resolution only. Okay, I name this rotate up. Okay, and I drag this here, R, G and B. Okay, now let's see if this one is okay. Now yeah, in this transform, let's go with hold, okay, or with repeat. Now it's close, and yeah, this is good. Let's have a null here. This is final. Okay, and maybe we need a constant material for those two, like this. And now yeah, the camera, let's check. Let's go back on the camera. It's not bottom left, it's center. Okay, and you see here we have 1. Now yeah, let's have a look on top viewer here. Okay, and we can connect the resample now. And yeah, look what happened. So let's go back. This transform will have hold. Okay, now the line goes like that. We see that if we go much crazy with this resample, the line will start to build. Okay, so it's super nice. And yeah, this goes way big, way big. Okay, so yeah, let's disconnect this. In order to see better the lines, now the spheres are half of the average, but we can go with this transform and make it much thinner. Okay. Now, if we try now, okay, I don't know what happened here. So, okay, yeah, but still, I will pause a little bit. Okay. Okay, because let's have the maximum amount of points coming into play now. So this feedback, let's go with info. Okay, resolution X, and we subtract with the mod. We subtract this amount here. Minus, okay, and now we have a limit. Okay, and this limit, it's clamped 0, 1, and with this limit we can have a switch like this, and for this switch I use this value. Okay, now when goes to 2000, it stops. And let's play now with the thickness. You see? Okay. Now something happened with this this end here. Okay, if we go with the blur. Go with the blur here, and yeah, for this blur we take repeat. Okay, you see the ends come closer, and yeah, you can have this like that. But now the blur, it's too strong, so we need to lower down this sample step. Okay, and yeah. Now the two ends are trying to connect. okay, because this blur goes with a repeat. Something else here. Let's have some colors. So yeah, I'll have a noise, and I'll take the resolution from here. Okay, 1. Okay, and this is colors. Okay, I'll have this crazy color. Also, this rotate. Okay. Now let's drag the colors, both for the circles and the rectangles. Okay. And not monochrome. Okay. Let's go here where we have the noise, and this is 32 RGB. Okay. Now, yeah. Once the resample is off, okay, you can play with blur, and you get some intricate shapes. Okay, if you want to see the shape, but first let's take a look at on resample. Okay, if I go with resample, but now I have a maximum segments. Okay, let's have a maximum of 1000 segments, and I'll play again. I need to check the blur to not be too big. It's way too big, the blur. Okay, so yeah, maybe like this. And I'm not sure why it's shaking the screen. Oh, okay, because of the colors. Okay, but yeah, now you see that the end it's going to find the ends are running to each other. Okay, and yeah, this is quite small, and in order to fill the screen much longer, we can use this ortho with it. You see? Now I would like to show you one thing. What if here we will try to make a limit? Okay, and so let's go with limit. Let's have a null here. I collapse this. Okay, so this is limit. Maybe we don't need maybe we don't actually need a folder, as yeah, we have a square, so yeah, there's no need for 2 limits. So let's say here we want to clamp. Okay, nothing between 0 1. I want to clamp like this, so I'll have half of the square here. Now I would also like to have this value. Okay, I will show you why. So yeah, let's go into the limit. So in this limit, I'll go with half of the square minus half of the average. And I believe it's plus, not minus. And here is 1, not 1. Sorry, this is minus. Okay. Now, I believe we are good. So, yeah, let's connect this limit again and see what we have. Oh, something strange happened. So, oh, obviously we're not good here. So let's see. Oh, let me check a little bit. Okay, maybe it's because of the yeah, in the beginning there's no the same length, and yeah, I'm not sure why is this. Okay, but yeah, something else I want to do. I want to limit this where I have the square, so it'll be this one minus. Okay, now we good, I believe. Okay. Yeah, not positive only. Now we good. Okay, and I want to use that square here in ortho. Okay, now if I change this, you see I can now interact with the shapes. Okay, this is good. Let me switch here. We don't want maximum segments. Okay, I'm not sure why the flickering is there, so yeah. If I take in this select, if I take this feedback, maybe, yeah, this is much better. So we'll have the difference between this feedback and this one here, the null at the end, which are not the same size because of the always resampling. Okay, now let's check. This is good. What else we can do here? So I told you once we blur here, the change, the shapes got much smoother. When you reset with a higher number of blur, yeah, doesn't work. What I want to show you now is what if we fill this shape? Okay, so let's have a circle SOP, and for the divisions we go with this resolution. Okay, and now we have chop 2. Okay, and let's see. I want to use what I have here, so I go with top 2. Like this, and I drag this chop into chop 2, and I use RG for position 0 and position 1. Okay, and now we have this this shape. Remember, yeah, you see the edges are now flickering a little bit. So what if I use another geo like this, and this render takes geo 1 and geo 2. So geo 1, geo 2, and yeah, I'll have another one. render top for Geo3, okay? And yeah, I can use the same resolution, and this is 32 RGB. Obviously now it's white. We also need a constant, okay? And yeah, this shape can be like this. Now let's go back on the resample, okay? And yeah, we need to see this flickering, okay? To check this. So yeah. So obviously is a point inside there. So let me check the geometry. Okay. I believe, let's switch with the top viewer, okay. I believe if I take into a select, I take this, not this limit, this null, let's see, and I go with this null. Yeah, there's no flickering right now. Actually, I can drag this null right from where it is. Okay, so I don't need this select. Okay. Now you see, it never reached the 2000, but yeah, it depends. If you go with this square outside, there will be enough room for the shape to reach the 2000 points, and then it only gets relaxed, okay? And once it gets like this, you can play with blur, because by the time resample it's working, blur doesn't work as well. You'll have some jiggling, but once the resample is off, like now, you can play with this blur, and the shape becomes much smoother and very nice, intricate shapes. And yeah, remember, it will always adapt to this square, okay? And yeah, you can use either this render or the other one, or you can go with this thickness till the maximum, like this. Now you notice here at the ends the color is changing, okay? What we can do about this is the noise has to be mapped into something proper. So let's select from the radial, okay, out one, okay, and yeah, let's map the noise on this, and now you have a continuous line, and yeah, you can play with this, and yeah, it's very nice tool. So let's check. Okay. And yeah, this was my tutorial, and I really hope you like this. And it took some time to record this, as I made a lot of mistakes on on the go, and I always start from scratch. Now I'm happy I have it clean. These files will be available for my patterns in tier 2, and yeah, I would like to thanks to all my pattern, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.